So what is the main purpose of select command? We'll see. So the select command is used to fetch the data from the MySQL database. So we are using MySQL query and we are going to retrieve the records from the database. So what is the general syntax for this is select field 1, comma field 2, comma field 3 till file n from table name, a single table or a multiple table. Using the the where class. So where is an optional. Okay, so this is an optional depending upon the criteria where you are going to use this. So the general syntax is select the fields or the columns. So we can say column 1, column 2, column 3, or you can field 1, field 2, field 3. It depends upon the things. So we are going to collect the we're going to choose the columns from that particular table depending upon the condition. Now this is what the general syntax of our SQL query. Okay, so you can make a note of this. So this is the general syntax. So when I'm using the where clause, so when I'm using where condition, it means that it's in a condition includes what I have to do. That means that means why we are using this where condition, because I want to filter a condition. So I want more filtration from the thousands of records. So I have thousands of records I am available. So I want to filter some more and more easily. So where clause is used for filtering the data, and select command is used to fetch the data. And in this we are using some special character called asterisk, which says that you are going to return all the values. So if you want all the fields, so I don't want to mention particular column name. So I don't want to mention any particular column name. I'll be using the asterisk command, that is star command of my select. So when I'm say select star from so and so table, then all the records will be going to display on the screen without using any fields. Okay. Then the we are going to specify the condition using a where clause if it is depend upon whether you want to be filter more and more. I'll be using this particular where clause. Okay, so if you see this is another one is the table called something called tutorial table. So here if you see there is something called asterisk, so or we call something called star mark. So when I'm using that, then it is going to display the three records. So it is going to see me the status saying that this is the status. It is showing that I have three records in my particular table, and I'm not mentioning any column. So I'm not mentioning any particular column that I want so and so. So whatever the column that are available, it is going to display the entire column. Let's see. Okay. So generally we will write the syntax in this fashion. So this is actually the correct syntax. If you want, you can note it down, because in the exam, if you write this much of syntax, so most of the people will not go and write this much of big syntax. They will not remember, but I'll make you easy, simple to remember. So here we are, what you want, I want to select the records. So what is the command I have to use? Select. Okay, then here this is optional. So this is optional. Now what is this optional? Distinct and all. So what is this distinct will going to say? I want to remove the duplicate. That means whatever the duplicate records or the repeated records are available in that particular table, don't display those things. So if you don't want any duplicates to become, only the different values should be the different records that are available in the table, those records only should be displayed. If it is duplicate, avoid that. So for that I'm using the keyword called distinct. Or I want to use all the values. So here you can see there is a pipe symbol. So the pipe symbol, it's not a slash, it's a pipe symbol on your keyboard. You will find that one above your enter keyboard. You will be having, you have to type this one using shift pipe symbol. So you're going to get this pipe symbol. So this pipe symbol will be used. That means either I can use this one, either I can use it. So while writing the syntax, you have to write like this, but for executing the program, that is different. So what you want, I want to select the records. If you don't want duplicates, write distinct. If you want all records, use the all records. And from bracket, from here to here, you'll be having the option. This is what. Now what it says, asterisk or field expression. That means any field column name or column name or any field name. Okay. Or I'll say asterisk means star means all will be coming. Otherwise, if I want to specifically, I want only particular column names. I want only names. I want only roll numbers, or I want the address of the contact of that person, roll number. Okay, so roll number XYZ is there. I want the phone number of that. So like that, if you want, then I'll specify the column name or field name. Then this field name should not be displayed on the screen. So if you don't want to display the field name on the screen, then I'll be using the alias name. Again, this is an optional. Again, this is an optional. That's why when you see this square brackets, you should be able to understand that it's an option. That means whatever that you want to display something on the screen. Okay, so I'll be using the alias name. So the function or content, whatever you're writing here, it will not be displayed. Like say if you say column 1, column 2, column 3. So I don't want to display that column 1, column 2 as that. I want a different name. So I'll be going to go for an as a keyword followed by this one. That means if you are using as, then you have to write something. Otherwise, you are not going to use this expression. So if you want to avoid it, you can say hash. If you are using this, then again, you can write only the field name. That is enough. But if you don't want that field name to be displayed on the screen, then I'll be going to export. Now, if you see something like the example, I'll be showing the example. Now see here, I have the example. So there is something called select last name, first name, job title. And from where I'm picking from the employees table. So now I got the output. Now you can see the output. Here I'm getting the last name, here I'm getting the first name, here I'm getting the job title. So I don't want this to be displayed on the screen. So here I want something, here I want something, and here I want something. So for that, here I can mention. So instead of last name, I'll be writing something called L name, something like this. And for the first name, I'll be writing something called F name. That means I don't want to display the original names, whatever that is there under the table. Then I'll be writing something for the job title. I'll be writing something called job, something. Then if you see the output now you can see I got the replaced with the original names. Okay, so this is how I'll be going to use the alias name. So this is the expression. Then from particular table. So from that particular table name or n number of tables. Okay. So again we have the table name as an alias. So you can use the alias name also. Then followed by again you can see all are optional. So you have something called square brackets. So here the optional is where condition. So the condition it's say in this program I have not used any where condition. Okay. I don't want to filter. So here I got lot of records has been displayed. So I want to filter this. So I want to filter only the sales representatives, or I want to filter only the sales manager. Then I'll be using the condition. So when I'm specifically saying the condition, then here you have to write the where condition. Otherwise, it's an optional. Okay. Then you want to group it or you want to order it. That means you want to sort. So if you want to combine or you want to sort it out. So combine in the sense like here you have the sales representatives, how many people are there? I want to one group. Sales manager one group. Okay. Then VIP is one group. Like this, if you want to go with that, then I'll be using something called group by. Okay. Then order for the sorting. So if you see one by one, if you see the expression and when they ask anything about the select command, you have to write this entire syntax. And here you have to write the clear explanation of that. So here you can see select is for what? It's a keyword, SQL keyword in the database that is going to retrieve the data. So you have to remember what is the purpose of select. It is used to retrieve the data. 1 point. Second one, distinct and all for what purpose? These are optional, as I told you, because it is been given in the square brackets. So it's an optional keyword used for to get the more results. So what are that results? So if you want to go for an all, means what? Assume all as default. Okay, that means I want to retrieve all the things. If you are using distinct, it will eliminate the duplicates. Then when you say about this particular options, when which I told you that these are at least one part of the specified, that is asterisk means all. So asterisk means selected all. Or if you say field expressions, only that particular column or some activity, like you are going to count it or you want to do use some functions or something like that. Then keyword from itself, it says that from where you want to use. So again, which is mandatory. So here you can say select is compulsory, and this is compulsory. Okay, this is compulsory. Then comparing to that, something called from key, it's some compulsory. The rest of all, if you see, all are optional. Okay, so where is what is a conditional? Again, it's an optional. For what purpose? Specify the criteria, or you can say to filter the records more and more. Group wise, for it is going to put together records that have the same fields values. So as I told you just now, example, if you have the same field, sales manager or sales representative, if you want to put it as one group, you can put it. Then having class, specify the criteria when working with a group by. That means if you are using group by, it should be used with a having clause. So one by one we will be seeing. Then order by is for to sorting the records. So if you want to sort the records in descending order or ascending order, my order by will be going to use it. Okay. No. No, I don't want to specify this. So I'll tell as star mark. So when I say star, then all records will be displayed. See, employee number and start, last name, first name, extension, email, okay, office code. See, so these many columns are there. See, reports IO, then job title. So these many are there. So if I want to display all records at a time, so if you see all records at a time, then I'll be using the asterisk. Right? This is one example. Now suppose I want only the first name. Then I'll be executing. So you can execute this one and you can get the content over here. So I got only the first name. Now this name is displayed with the result as a title like this. So if you see each and everything. So if you see the syntax, so I say this one. Okay. So as star I have taken. So when I taken star, all records has been got displayed. If you want only one field, then I'll be going to go for the only single field. Okay. So field expression. Right. Then from keyword, it has been used. Expression or that table name or tables, single table or multiple table, I can go with this. Right. Here, do you have any conditions? So if you want to go for a condition, just we check it whether what are the records are there, and based upon that, I'll go for the condition. So I'll be seeing over here. So I got like this. Then here we have something called office code is there. So here we have office code 1642 is there. So I want the person whose office code is 6. So then I will go for the condition saying where office code. So office code is equal to 6 if I say. Then I'll get only the person whose office code 60. I am able to filter it. So this is why we are using the filter command. Okay. Then if you want to go for the order, so here you can see 88 is there, 1611, 1612, 16, by default it has been ordered in ascending order. So now I want to go for the descending order. So what I'll do here itself, after the tail, order by DESC. So when I say DESC, it's a descending order. When I click on this, For that, we will use our software. So I use my software. So we have something called the table. I'll take any table from my computer and try to check it. Yeah, here I have some tables. So in the so I have some records from the table user. So I want to order this one. Order by say descending order. So if I say descending order, and I enter, so I should get the records in descending order.
Sir, why capital letters?
No, that's not issue. We don't have any problem with that. First of all, we see the yeah, I got it. Order by ID. Yeah. So I have to use the field name. So again, I'll show this one. So select the table name, give the condition. So I'll say ordered by the column name. So I'll be saying going within a column. So roll number, according to the roll number, I want to go within a descending order. So I'll go within a descending order. Now if I enter, so you're going to get see here 4, 3, 2, 1. So same thing here also we'll see that. What is the field name here we have? I think we have something called first name. So first name will go within a first name, and I want to order it. So you can see here, first name is been ordered. Otherwise, we'll take with the employee number. So it is better. We'll be getting understand. So 11 is there, 12 is there, 19 is there, 1088 is there. So let we see to order this by employee number. Now I'll execute this one. So now you can see here 1088 I got, then thereafter I got 1611, then I got 12, then 19. So it has been ordered. So I'll be using ascending order. If I say descending order, then if I click on this, I can say 19, 12, 11, and 8. So this is how I'll be going to get the filter. So if you see this, select is for that particular recording to retrieve the records. I'm using this particular keyword. If you have any duplicates, I will avoid it. Otherwise, I'll pick up all the records or the columns. And if you don't want to display any column names or the function name on the on the screen as an output. You can give the alias name. From keyword is compulsory. Then from table name you have to specify. Then if you have any records to be filtered more and more, then I'll be using the where condition followed by group by or having by and ordered by. So these are all our optionals. Okay, so these are all our optionals. Okay, so here if you see the syntax, so this is select star from when I'm saying star, all records will be displayed. So all records has been displayed in this fashion. Okay, so what is the table name? If you see, the table name is members, and when I'm saying star, all records will be displayed. See. Then if I want only specifically few column names, so I want only few columns. So you what are the columns you require, specify by separating the comma. So I'll say the full name, then gender, then address, the email ID, from where you want, from the table name, from that particular table name. So how many columns you want? So field expression. So whichever the fields you want, you specifically give it separated by comma and use the keyword select. Automatically you're going to get the records if the column is matches in the table. So then there is something called this I'll be telling you right now. Alias name. Yeah. So alias name already I taught you. Then few more examples we'll see. So here you can see another table. So employee table I am taking. So when I'm saying star, I got only these few columns. I want only the name, salary, that is only two columns I want. Specifically, it's mentioned the four column names. So that column name will be displayed over here along with the data. Then next one, interesting one is virtual tables. So we'll see this one, the dual keyword. So what is this dual? It's a virtual table. Okay, it's a virtual table which does not exist. So you have to remember that it's a virtual table which does not exist, but you can use this table to perform some non-table activities. So this is what's the important one. So there is something called dual. We call this as a virtual table. Like nowadays we are seeing virtual movies, virtual interaction, and all the things, similar fashion. So there is something called virtual dual. Okay, so dual table, we call this as virtual table, we call as a dual, which doesn't exist, but we can use to perform some non-table activities. We can perform some non-table activities. What is that? We'll see one by one. So I'll be saying this example and we'll be executing this one over here by saying something called select the value of 2 plus 3 from the dual. So when I'm doing like this, now I'm going to get that 2 plus 3 is 5. See here what is happening. I got the output as a 5. And you can see here 2 plus 3 function also is displayed. So I don't want to display this, means what I have to do? Again, I'll go to that particular option and I'll write the alias name as sum of. Okay, sum of 2 plus 3. So like this I want to display. So instead of writing 2 plus 3 as an output, I want to display the alias name. So I can write like this and I can say from dual. Then when I enter it, so I'm going to get the output. So here I got the output as sum of. So I got the direct output. So the function, the logic is not displayed on the screen. Okay. Then I want to know the what is the current date and time. So I can just say what is the current date and time. I have to use the function called a readymade function is available. So once the topic comes about the functions, I'll tell you. So right now I want to know the current time and date. So I'll be using this one. So I'm going to get the what is the current date and correct time. Okay, so what I'm doing, select now. I'm saying, so what is this now? It's a date function that is available in the MySQL. Okay, so it's a function, ready-made function, you can use it. So whenever I'll say now brackets open close, then I'll be saying from 12 automatically it is going to display the date and the time. Then even you can write like this also, instead of writing dual, previously you were using dual, directly I can write here what is select 40 plus 5. Okay, so what it is going to do, it is say 40 plus 5 is 45. So I can get the output in this fashion also. So these are all our non-existing tables. So just now we are seeing the definition of this. So it says that it is in a non table which is not exist, does not exist. So directly it will take from the dual. So it is going to take from the dual. So now I can say no need to write the dual also. I can simply can specify the what is now. So if I say now, I can get the value. And I can enter it, and I can see the date and time. Then coming with the where condition. So why we are using the where condition? To filter, I told you. So I can use to restrict the records. See how I'll going to get it the restrict, because I have a lot of information. So if you see the previous example, so I have a lot of example over here. So what I'll do, I'll remove the condition and I'll check the output of this. So here you have a lot of records are available. So I want to go with some conditions. So what is the condition? Like I want only record number 1, or I want only the sales VP sales, or I want only sales representative. Like this, going to retrieve the data based on the criteria. So when you're going with the criteria, how you want to filter these thousands of records shortly, so that in a quick time you want to give the answer. So I want to retrieve the records whose code is 3 or 4. So 3 or 4, I want only 3 and 4. So where what is the column name? You can see this is office code. So I'll be saying office code. So where office code equal to 3 or office code equal to 4, something like this. When I click on this, I'm going to get the output. See, I got only 4 and 3 people only, I got it. Or I'll be saying, or I can say less than equal to 4. Then 1, 2, 3 also will be displayed. So here you can see I'm giving the operator. So I can use the different operators. So you can see here 1 I got, 4 I got, 2 I got, 3 I got. So I got till 4. So 1 to 4 I am able to get it using the operators. So what are these operators we are using? So we are going to use the operators called less than, equal, less than. Okay, we are using less than, equal to. We are using greater than. We are using greater than, equal to. Then we are using like operator. We are using something called or operator. We are using and operator. We are using not equal to, that is for not equal to we are using this particular symbol. You remember this one. Okay, and we are using something called not. Okay, so with the help of this particular operators, we are using something like to retrieve the records more and more, and I want to filter it. See, I want something like Yeah, we have something called between also is there. Then we have something called in also is there. So note it down this all things. So we are using this kind of operators to retrieve the records, and I will be going to get the appropriate result. Say I want something like whose letter is start with B letter. Okay, so if I want something like this, I'll be using the pattern. So specifically I want to know who is letter starts with B or whose letter starts with J. So you are being giving some pattern. So when you want to go with a pattern, I'll be using the like operator. If you want to go with any kind of specific number or any kind of design, then I'll go with a pattern. If you want to check the value less than or less than equal to or greater than equal to, I'll be using this one. If there is have the two options in front of you, then I'll go with the OR operator. If you want both the things, I'll be using the AND operators. If you don't want the match case opposite of that particular thing, I'll be using this one. If you want not, that means if you want only true values, I'll go with the NOT operator. If you want ranges, I'll go with the between operators. If you want to check from 1 and 2, that particular thing, then I'll be using the in operators. So we'll see one by one all these things. Okay, so less than how here you can see here. Then I'll be saying something called greater than 3 or less than 4. I can use like this also. So I'm using both the things. So greater than equal to 3 and less than 4. So if you check it, I have to write office course. Then if I say this, I'm going to get the value. See, I got 1, 2, 6, 4, 1, 2, 6, 3 different options I'm getting. See, so here you can see when I'm saying greater than 3 means it can be above 3, but again I'm saying or, that means it can be less than 4 also. So that's why you can see here I'm getting 1 also because it is less than 4. Okay, but I'm getting 6 also because it is greater than 3. Okay, so what you observe over here, all the records are coming. So it's depending upon the question you are going to frame it. Suppose if I say I want only 3 and 4, so I'll be saying between. So I'll say between 3 and 4. Then when I use this one, I'm going to get the records those who are only 4 and 3. See, so these records that matches your criteria. Now I'll want to retrieve all the records right now. So I'll retrieve all the records. Click on this, you'll get the records, all the records. See, I got all the records. Now I want to go with a pattern. So what is the pattern? I'll use the like operator. So I'll be saying here employees where, so condition is what? So here, what is this first one? I'll say the first name. So where first name like, then I'll be saying something like M. Then whoever the person like M is there. So right now there is no data with M. There is no data with M. It doesn't matches. Suppose if I use this with percentile. Now here you have to remember this one. Now I am using the percent. See, if we give the M, there is no records with M letter. So for your kind information, again I will show this one. So when I open this, so here you don't find any name with M letter. See, there is no name called M. There is no name called M. But what I want name should start with M. So I'll say percentile. So when I'm using this percentile, so here you have to remember that why I'm using this percentile. That means the first letter should be M. Rest letter can be anything. This is what the symbol of the percentile. Are you able to see? No, see. Here I am saying percentile. That means first letter should be M. Rest of the thing can be anything. So when I execute this, I'll going to get the people whose letter will be starting with M. See, Mary, Mommy, Martin. Do you got it? See, this is how I got it. Suppose if I put this percentile beginning, if I put the percentile beginning over here, so what are you going to get it? What do you mean by this? It says that any name can be there in the first, but somewhere the M should be there. So let me see execute this one. So we can see only two people are there whose letter is M. It can come anywhere or it can be the last. So it can be say the last. See, because you are saying first name can be anything. The first letters can be anything, but in the last it should be M. Now suppose if I say here the again the star, the percentile. Now what do you mean by this? What do you mean by this? It says that the first can be anything, last can be anything, but middle should be M. So we'll see any name that will follow under this. See, you can see M is there here, M is there here, M is there here. See. So these are the people. So this is how you are going to filter your records. So what is the greatness of the select command? So how you want the query? So putting the query itself in that whatever question you are asking. So query is you are putting some question. So to retrieve the answer, I'm using the select command. So select command itself have the beauty of that particular things to retrieve the records. So the question how we are framing, the question how we are asking, in that only the hidden secret is there. That I want the letters whose starting number is X or whose starting name is Y. Then I'll be saying select from so and so table whose starting names like this one. So this is how you're going to write the pattern. Now suppose I'll give something like this. If I say underscore. So if I say underscore, now what do you mean by this? What do you mean by this? So we'll see this one. So there is no results with that particular content. That means there is no particular two letters. So we have only two letters, such kind of pattern. So the pattern doesn't matter, matches. That's why it's not giving the answer. Now let's see this particular thing. So I'll use the percentile. So percentile, you know that what is the percentile. So the rest of thing can be ignored. That means we can check it, whatever it can be anything. But the first two letters should be something. First can be anything, but the second word of the first letter should be M. Again, we will see whether it matches or not. If it matches, there is no record with that. So let me try for something called any other record. Say, first of all, we check it like this. And I'll say E. Thereafter, we'll see. Yeah, there is something called first name is E is there over here. So here I can have Leslie is there. And E is there. E is there over here. So we'll try on this particular option. Say I want the second letter. So here I'll say the first letter can be anything. Second letter should be E, and last letter, rest of the letters can be anything. See, I want the employee's record whose first name should start with anything, but the second letter should be M or E, anything. Then rest of the things can be anything. So if that is the question, so how the output will be? Now we can see any name. Yeah, see here, first letter. So you concentrate on this underscore. So first letter J is there, G is there, L is there. What is the second letter? It is compulsory E, I'm saying. So you can see all the records it has been coming from the table. You can this the second word is E. The second word is E. Right? Then rest of things I'm getting. Now suppose I want something like this. Now can anybody tell what is this? First letter can be anything, but second letter should be E. Rest of the letter should be anything, but last letter should be E. So in this case, whether we have records or not, we'll check it. So if any record matches, it will go into display. See here, Lacey is the person. L, first letter can be anything. So first letter can be anything. But if you see, the second letter is E, second letter is E, second letter is E, and rest of the things can be anything. Rest of the records can be anything, but last should be E. So last should be letter E. Right now, in this, I am getting something like this. So if you see the syntax of the complete syntax of your SQL statement, we have not used anywhere distinct. So if you see that, so we have used the select, we have used the asterisk, we have used the expressions, we have used the table, we use the where condition, we have seen the order by. So group by we have not seen, we'll see in the upcoming classes. And we have not seen the distinct. Now we'll see the distinct. Now what is the distinct will do? We'll check it. So what the distinct will do, try to make the distinct over here. Say I want only first name. So distinct of first name. That means if any names are duplicate. So here you can see there is something called Lacey. Lacey, the 2 times is coming. I want only one. So let me see any records are like that. See, here I got Lacey and George. I got only Lacey and George. So there are 2 persons. So if I don't use this distinct, suppose if I don't use distinct, if I don't use this distinct word, what you will find? All records will be going to come, which matches the case. So here you can see Lacey is there, George is. So what is happening? These 2 names has been got duplicates. Okay, just we are concentrating on the first name. Maybe the last name may be differ, but if you see this, by seeing this, what you understand? Okay, this record has been got duplicated, or it has been typed twice. So I don't want to delete, because this may be the first name will be the same for the 2 peoples. Maybe they are what you call siblings. So for them there is another name. So it can be a first name. So the last name can be anything. So I don't want to delete this. Just I want to display without deleting the records. So duplicate should be eliminated, or it should be avoided. So different names should be displayed. So for that I'll be saying here distinct. So when I immediately once I say distinct, automatically it will filter the duplicates. See here, I got only one. So this is how you are going to use the select command. Any doubts regarding this?
No.
Okay.